Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Big thanks to the O'Reilly folks for putting on a great show so far. So I want to talk today, when my slides come up, about the biggest opportunity, I think, for high government leverage opportunity. And that has everything to do with this guy. This is Ronnie James Dio, but I'm not talking about Dio, the heavy metal superstar. I'm talking about Dio as in the spirit of do it ourselves, not DIY, but DIO. De Tocqueville said, French dude a century or two ago, said, in democratic countries, the knowledge of how to combine is the mother of all forms of knowledge. So government as a platform for connecting people with this greatest organizing tool in history, that being the internet, has just enormous untapped potential so far. So for an example, what if the SBA connected small business people locally to support each other? So, not just provide information and have top-down events, but enable people to meet up locally and help each other, support each other with small businesses. That is, we advance the slide here. That's actually what's happening with. There are thousands of small business and entrepreneur meetups right now across the country. They are for example, here in Minnesota, they're saying, let's help each other out with our small businesses. Let's connect for a better future in another town. Just yesterday in Greenpoint, Brooklyn, someone started the Greenpoint Merchants Association. This is a Chamber of Commerce for the 21st century, reinventing civil society. But beyond business, people use that word let's a lot. So I'm going to fly through some use of that word. There in London, they're saying, let's develop something cool together at the Java meetup. Let's make a movie together at the Cary, North Carolina meetup there. Let's clean up the beach in Boston. Let's talk MS in Pennsylvania. Let's beat cancer. Let's jump out of a perfectly good airplane at the Tampa skydiving meetup. Let's go green with sustainable aquaponics in Riverside, California, whatever that is. And just yesterday, also in London, someone started a let's build an open source car meetup. Isn't that great? Isn't this stuff this is such exciting things when people self-organize and really grasp that potential and that power to do things together. In Ann Arbor, Michigan, they're trying to create an alternative currency in this meetup. They're using the word let's, but as an acronym, Let's Exchange Transaction System. In Orlando, they have Ourlando. They're trying to make Orlando better. What's really interesting is when people get together not around a civic purpose, but then it turns into a civic purpose. So this example of that is the Triangle, North Carolina mountain biking meetup, where they've now said our mission is to preserve North Carolina natural resources, in addition to their biking. In Augusta, Georgia, they're grabbing it, they're doing it Dio style and saying, we're going to install bike racks on the buses ourselves. They're doing that. So this is what happens when people can self-organize local groups. Participation means lending your hands, not just your voices, because organizing isn't just to act against, but to barn raise, to make stuff, to do stuff, to really roll up your sleeves and do it Dio style and address education and energy, environment, health, and business issues, etc. So a little minute of Meetup background. We got started a few years ago. Lots of politicians were using Meetup. This guy on the screen used it. Look how young his kids were. And on the lower left is how they tried to spark meetups across Illinois. Quietly, since then, through all the hubbub of social networking and everything, Meetup keeps growing and growing and growing. 5 quick notes about us. One, it's about using the internet to get off the internet. Meetup groups. If you think about having people organize events, don't think just events. Think about groups, sustainable, built-to-last groups. And having people with roles, not people as audience. Today, there's thousands of meetups happening every day. Where faster than ever, it's growing. The meetup groups are getting 1 million new members every 6 weeks, not 7 weeks there now. We're profitable as of last month. And the goal, the dream, is a meetup everywhere about most everything, so that there's a local community group there when you need it, within miles and within days. Wouldn't that be great? if there was that welcoming, friendly group of people that you can go to when you're diagnosed with something, when you're interested in something, when you want to do something. So this is about capacity building, and the people behind these meetups are developers, as Steve Ballmer would say. But here, they're not engineers. They're regular people. So think about making platforms where anyone can be a developer. A group, in this case, is an app. So app development for the rest of us. They can make these groups. Killer apps drive platform adoption. Imagine everyone part of a local community group committed to making something better. So last couple quick slides here. It's nice to have followers on Facebook and Twitter, but is there more that they can do? Get people to talk amongst themselves and really spark citizen-to-citizen action, because that has infinite scale and potential. Do it Dio style. And lastly, the most powerful thing you could do is to spark a movement by getting people to organize, self-organize local meetup groups, because you have more power than ever. If you're talking to people, if you have some connection to the people, you have more power than ever to unleash that potential of self-organized local groups. Thank you.